A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, in what comes as a shocking twist to the Kanpur murder case, husband Piyush Shyama has confessed to plotting the murder of his wife. It is understood that Piyush confessed to the crime after he was taken into custody by the police due to several discrepancies in his statement. The police also spoke to Piyush's girlfriend, and that's when the truth was revealed. Besides that, a report said that CCTV footage showed Piyush wearing a different outfit in the restaurant when he was dining with his wife Jyoti and at the time of lodging a report with police. It has also emerged that Piyush had called the police an hour after the incident took place. Remember, Jyoti was brutally murdered by bike-borne miscreants late on Sunday night when she was with her hubby Piyush. My colleague Arun joins us live from the newsroom with more details. Arun, clearly there, the husband has emerged as the murderer, as the main accused. Any word on exactly how the police managed to crack this case and exactly how his role has played out?
Akshita, that's right. Another Pati, Patni and Woe case coming to light. In fact, as you rightly pointed out, this particular person, Piyush, who is a businessman, actually was taken in for questioning by the UP police. This particular murder happened in Kanpur. And as you rightly pointed out, there were a lot of inconsistencies. The key inconsistency being the fact that the shirt that this particular person, Piyush, the husband of the deceased woman, Jyoti, was wearing was of different color. So that triggered the first round of suspicion, if one could use that phrase, in the minds of the police. Later on, when they interrogated the hotel staff, they also got some more startling information indicating the fact that actually the couple, that is Piyush and his wife, had barely spoken with each other while having dinner. And more importantly, he was seen spending most of his times looking and sending out SMSs. In fact, we are given to believe that close to about 150 SMSs were sent and received between evening and night by Piyush. And most of these SMSs were sent to this particular woman, the girlfriend or the lover of this particular businessman, Piyush. And based on that information, they were able to zero in on the fact that he was actually having an affair and that he wanted his wife out of the scene, or he wanted her to be eliminated. Also, what the UP police were able to inform or were able to gather is the fact that the work of kidnapping and murdering the lady in question, Jyoti, was not done in a professional manner, so it eliminated the role of professional killers. Now the finger of suspicion is actually directly pointed towards the driver. In fact, a massive manhunt has now been launched to nab the driver of Piyush, because it appears that Piyush's driver was one of the persons who was involved in perhaps getting the others and also having Jyoti kidnapped and then murdered. So now the police is hot on pursuit of Piyush's driver. But clearly a very big mystery which came to light on Sunday night has been cracked by the UP police. They have been able to arrest. In fact, they called in Piyush for questioning on Tuesday, and they also questioned Piyush's parents, but their role has, they've been discharged. There is no finger of suspicion on the parents of Piyush. Now Piyush is reported to have planned the whole thing and executed it using the services of his driver. What was the kind of reward that he offered to the driver, what is the inducements that he gave, etc., is not known at this point of time. More information is expected once the driver is arrested and interrogated, Akshita.
Right, Arun. Also, of course, considering that it was a bunch of bike-borne miscreants who had committed this particular act, any word on whether it was a Supari killing?
It is a kind of a quasi-Supari killing in the sense that the finger of suspicion, as I said, is directly pointed towards Piyush's driver. And once the driver is held, the UP police believe the case will be an open and shut case. They will be able to get all the loose ends tied up, because remember now that Piyush has confessed to the murder, the modus operandi of the murder is what needs to be checked out, and that will be available once the driver is questioned and Piyush Shyam Dashani, the husband, is also cross-checked or re-questioned by the police. So the loose ends will be tied up, and then the case will then go on to the next stage in the sense that he's already been booked, and then the sentencing and the court hearing will happen. Akshita.
Right, Arun. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Shocking revelations emerging there. Only last night, the police took Piyush into custody after there were several issues with the statement. For example, it is said that CCTV footage of him with his wife showed that he was wearing different clothes than what he had worn when he had come to the police station to file that particular complaint. Also, the fact that he reached the police station only an hour after the incident took place. All this led to quite a few questions among the police, which is why he was detained for questioning. Soon after going through his cell phone records, it was found out that Piyush had in fact gone ahead and sent over 100 texts to his girlfriend, and this particular extramarital affair is what led to Jyoti's death. And well, more than a decade after the gruesome school fire in which 94 children were shot to death and 18 others seriously injured, the final verdict of the case probing the 2004 Kumbakonam accident will be delivered by the District and Sessions Court in Thanjavur today. 21 persons have been named in the charge sheet filed by the prosecution, which runs to over 5,000 pages. The principal District and Sessions Judge Muhammad Ali will deliver the final judgment in the case today. The final arguments concluded at the District and Sessions Court in Thanjavur on July 17th. Though there were 24 accused initially, the state government had withdrawn the charges against 3 of them. Of the total 501 witnesses, 230 were examined during the trial, which included survivors, which is children and parents of the 94 children who lost their lives. It's been 10 years now, and the hope is that justice will finally be meted out. It was a shocking incident that took place in Kumbakonam, where a school fire led to children, nearly 94 children losing their lives. 18 others were seriously injured. Remember, in this particular case, we understand that 21 people were named by the prosecution, and the hearing has been going on until now. We understand that today is the day the District and Sessions Court is expected to go ahead and pronounce its verdict on whether these people are guilty or not. That number, of course, has come down to 19 numbers. What we understand, the government had cancelled a couple of those names, and these people are primarily the ones who are said to be responsible for what took place to those unfortunate children. Well, the District and Sessions Court in Thanjavur is expected to give its verdict today after, in fact, final arguments were concluded on July 17th. 24 accused initially, and now, of course, 21 of them, after 3 of them were, in fact, withdrawn from the charge sheet. We understand that 230 of the witnesses have, in fact, gone ahead and provided their statements during the trial itself, and this included one of those 18 children who have managed to survive the incident, as well as parents of the children who lost their lives. And after 10 years, it is understood that finally the parents could in fact see some sort of justice in this particular case. It's been so many years now, the parents are unable to forget what took place. There's a memorial in place. Every year the people come together to go ahead and conduct some sort of remembrance of these little children. And even as the parents continue to wonder if they will get justice, today is the D-Day for them. My colleague Bansi joins us live with more details. Bansi, clearly after 10 years, we could finally be looking at some sort of peace for these parents, some sort of reassurance that justice has been delivered.